Namaskar and welcome to the journey of exploring artistic subtleties. In this video, we will explore how art came into existence according to our ancient texts and why there is a need to create a painting in the first place. Simultaneously, I will be recreating a masterpiece, an Apsara from the 7th century mural of Sittannavasal. By the end of this video, you will understand why I chose this particular painting and how this weaves the story we are about to unfold. As an art teacher working within the IB curriculum, I was required to probe the class with questions like why they came to art class and what they hope to gain from it. One of my co-teachers shared that for her, if a child were to say, I wanted to become an artist, it would feel like a true achievement as a teacher. But is this really the ultimate purpose of art? And if the child wishes to be an artist, what lies behind that desire? Perhaps it is the aspiration to be appreciated or the urge to express oneself. Is this what art aims at? To understand this more deeply, it is important to look back at the wisdom of our ancient texts and thought process of our ancestors who contemplated the very essence and the purpose of art. The need to create a painting is elaborately discussed in Viṣṇudharmottara Purana, dating from 5th to 7th century of the Common Era, a text that embraces art as a whole. It unfolds as a profound dialogue between sage Markandeya and King Vajra, the great grandson of Sri Krishna. The discourse begins with King Vajra asking his teacher about the prakriya or the process that ensures happiness both here and hereafter. By here, the text refers to the fleeting happiness of everyday existence, while hereafter points to the eternal bliss that transcends worldly experience. The eternal bliss is something unknown to a normal human being. To make this unknown happiness more relatable, we can attain through contemplating on a known form, pratima or image. To bring the infinite within the grasp of the finite by giving a recognizable form is the very essence of art. The conversation further continues with King asking the sage to teach him the art of image making. In turn, sage Markandeya replies, to excel in image making or sculpting, one must first master the art of painting. The art of painting is more like a 2D mirror of a 3D form. Painting is transferring the imagination on a flat surface before getting it sculpted. To refine painting, one must learn the art of dance. Yata nrite tata chitre trailokyanukritihi smritaha. Dance helps in understanding the weight shift of the body, balance and proportion, expressions and emotions. Further, he goes to say, to excel in dance, one must study instrumental music, to grasp the rhythm or the thala. And to master instrumental music, one must begin with vocal music. Vocal music, in turn, rests upon the comprehension of lyrics, which requires the knowledge of language. Thus, one can see how sculpting depends on painting, likewise, painting on dance, dance on instrumental music on vocal music, vocal music on literature, and literature on language. Thus, the interconnectedness of the art becomes evident. Each discipline not only refines its own expression, but also enriches and deepens the understanding of the other, weaving themselves into a harmonious whole. The true purpose of art lies in guiding the seeker towards the contemplation of cosmic energy or the eternal joy. Though every art form has its own grammar and theory, the highest aesthetic power is revealed when they merge, dissolve, and flow into one another. In this vision, we perceive not only the organic unity of art but also answers to the timeless question, why do we have to create art? Now, answering the question how art came into existence. The 35th chapter, the Citrasutra section in Viṣṇudharmottara Purana, discusses the origin of painting. अतः परं प्रविक्ष्यामि चित्रसूत्रं तवानद ऊर्वशी सृजता पूर्व चित्रसूत्रं नृपात्मज. Sage Markandeya says these and goes on and finishes with evam mahamunihi kritva chitram lakshana samyuktam. Now let me brief the incident for us to understand the origin of art. Long ago, sage Narayana lived quietly in his hermitage, lost in deep penance for the good of the world. One day, the Apsaras came to disturb his meditation. They wandered playfully, plucking flowers and moving about in a way meant to disturb him. But the sage immediately understood their purpose. Instead of reacting with anger, Narayana decided to teach them a lesson. Using mango juice, he drew a picture on his thigh. From this picture, he created Urvasi, a figure so graceful and radiant that she surpassed all the Apsaras in beauty. When the Apsaras saw her, they were filled with shame and quietly left the place. Thus was created the masterpiece of the world, the very first artwork, complete in every detail and true to all the rules and principles of art as mentioned in Citrasutra, which we will slowly unfold one by one in our future videos. The text emphasizes that Urvasi was created perfect in all its definition and principles of portrayal. This means that art is not random. It is governed by rules, shastras, and principles like proportion, bhava, and grace. This we have already discussed in our previous video. Please, if you haven't watched, go back to refresh yourself with the sutra. An artist like Sage must have discipline, focus, and clarity of intent, without which art cannot raise above temptation and imitation. The Padmapani painting we explored in our previous video belonged to the 5th century, while today's Apsara painting is from the 7th century. Yet, one can clearly see how the essence of art has retained its flavor and faithfully endured to the principles laid by the ancient sutras. Time and again proving that our art is deeply codified and meticulously formulated. Thank you for joining me today. If you enjoyed this journey into the nuances of art and Indian philosophy, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, keep exploring the depths of artistic subtleties. Thank you.